Hi everyone and welcome. This is the Apostate Prophet. I hope you're having a great week. I am personally having a good week and listening to a lot of music. Music is amazing. It can alter your mood quickly. It can make you feel happy. It can cheer you up. It can accompany you and be like a friend. Very often, music makes you feel better, and creating music is amazing. If you have children, or if you are familiar, then you probably know that even babies react to music. They are fascinated when they hear steady beats, and they move their body and smile, even though no one taught them to act that way. That is how great music is, and scientifically explained, we humans love music because there are patterns in music, and humans love patterns. So loving music is completely inherent, it's completely natural. Every culture has music. Even uncontacted tribes have their own type of primitive music that they dance to. But not every culture is so fond and approves of something that is so wonderful and that we all inherently love. Islam is, as far as I can see, the only major culture that is so much against music. There are some regulations in other smaller denominations of major religions, but they are never against music altogether. I can't say the same thing about dancing, sadly. Now, this topic is a widely discussed topic among Muslims and their scholars. Rather moderate Muslims think that only immoral music is not allowed, while the more religious moderate Muslims think that music is allowed if it doesn't have instruments. The more religious side, which is always the more reliable one, says that music is only allowed if it is very mildly, not accompanied with instruments, and only for Allah and any other good purpose that is religious. Having heavy music instruments and dancing around is not seen as halal. Even though some Sunni Muslims nowadays want to explain how music is actually totally fine, the four scholars of Sunni Islam have all agreed that music with instruments for entertainment is not permitted. This is mostly based on a hadith that goes as follows. From among my followers, there will be some people who will consider illegal sexual intercourse, the wearing of silk, the drinking of alcoholic drinks, and the use of musical instruments as lawful. And it goes on with total lunacy about destruction and transformation. I don't even want to get into that now. So the hadith, as you can see, lists three things that are haram in Islam, which are illegal sexual intercourse. That's very clear. Silk is forbidden for men to wear, and alcohol is also completely forbidden in Islam. Muhammad counts musical instruments in the same sentence and lists them together and says that some bad Muslims will make instruments halal. This hadith is completely authentic, yet in today's time Muslims try to explain why music is totally fine. Sufis, Islamic mysticists, started to legalize musical instruments as early as in the 11th century. And many of them still use few instruments for their crazy chantings, while some of them don't. We could see this as a prophecy miracle by Muhammad, that there are actually people who think that musical instruments are permitted. Or we could just think that humans just tend to follow their human desires, instead of listening to everything that a desert warlord in the 7th century said. Also, the hadith goes on saying that such people will be destroyed, and some turned into monkeys and pigs. As far as I know, there is no historical evidence that any people turned into monkeys and pigs so far. As mentioned, Sufis or mysticists are not against music altogether. They are only against immoral music, so they won't possibly let you listen to all the Western music. They use limited musical instruments in their chantings. And while doing that, in some Sufi orders, men also dance together. If you can call that dancing. They need to pimp up their music and dances really, really badly. If you are looking for awesome music from the Islamic world, there are too many countries from which you can't get any music at all. From some you can get only recordings and no videos, and if there are videos, then there are usually only men as artists, and there are no men and women dancing together. Some countries in the Islamic world don't care about Islamic regulations on music at all, like Turkey, Azerbaijan, or Kazakhstan. In other countries like Pakistan, Indonesia, or Tunisia, you can see female singers and dancers, but you can see that they are obviously careful about how they dress, what they sing, and how they move. Countries like Pakistan or Turkey also have heavy Sufi influence, and they take Sufi teachings as correct Islamic teachings, which some others really don't approve of. In many countries in the Islamic world, dancing is strictly forbidden, and it's even stated in the laws explicitly. In some other countries, like Saudi Arabia, there is no direct law that talks about dancing, but dancing is seen as immoral act or spreading immorality and is cracked down on. Female dancers are totally out of question, of course. All of this is not a coincidence. Muhammad clearly said that music is disallowed in Islam. While the Quran talks in many verses multiple times about idle talks and voices, which majorly accepted scholars in Islam and even companions of Muhammad have accepted and interpreted as music being haram in Islam. In hadith, there are just too many that forbid music. There are some hadiths which say that some slaves were singing, and Muhammad had nothing against it because it was an Islamic holiday. But the same hadith calls musical instruments tools of Satan, and all old Islamic scholars agreed that that was just an exception for non-Muslims and slaves back then, and that it is clear that music is forbidden in Islam. As mentioned before, all four scholars of Sunni Islam agreed upon that, and Sunni Muslims have to follow them. There is no other way. As for Shia Islam, music is seen in the same way bad and forbidden. Muhammad also said that having singing slaves is absolutely haram, and that whoever sits and listens to female singers sing will have molten metal poured into his ears. From all of this, we can clearly understand that music as we know it today is completely forbidden in Islam. Only singing that is for the religion is permitted, and that is limited as well. All of this is weird because Islam hates so many things that people just inherently love to have and to do. Islam bans music and dancing, even though it claims to be based on and fulfilling the Bible, which totally endorses singing. Today, more and more Muslims go against these rules and even make Islamic explanations on why music should be considered normal. That's good progress, but it's not Islamic. It goes out of the religion, and that's why I'm talking about it. People who want to follow their personal liberties should realize that it is Islam, the religion, the ideology itself, that bans those liberties, that restricts those things. The solution is not to reinterpret Islamic teachings that are obviously against personal liberties. The solution is to abolish Islam in order to be human again and to be free again. I will surely make more of these videos because I want to show more and more how Islam is against personal liberties, how Islam is against everything that you love and like. Thanks for watching. Now listen to a lot of music. Also, while you are here, don't forget to subscribe and to like and to share. And if you want to support me on Patreon, you can do so. The link is below in the description. My channel is not in any way monetized, so you will never see advertisements on my channel. Patreon is the only source where I can get any support for this, and I appreciate every kind of support that you are ready to give. If you want to follow me for more updates, you can follow me on social media. I'm very active on Instagram and on Twitter. I will be back with some surprise videos next week, so listen to a lot of music. Have a great weekend and stay away from Islam. Thanks.